Day 5, seeing green. Actually, it's day 6. Okay, let's begin. I'm reading 0 to 1 by Pitfall with Black Masters, and I'm in chapter 13. So, the chapter 13 is seeing green. Now I begin. At the start of the 21st century, everyone agreed that the next big thing was clean technology. It had to be in Beijing. The smoke had gotten to so bad that people couldn't see from buildings to buildings. Even breathing was a health risk. Bangladesh, with its arsenic-laden waterfalls, was suffering what the New York Times called the biggest poisoning in history. In the US, hurricanes Ivan and Katrina were said to be harbingers of the coming devastation from global warming. Evan Gore implored us to attack these problems with urgency and resolve that has previously been seen only when nations mobilized for war. People got busy, entrepreneurs started thousands of clean tech companies, and investors poured more than 50 billion into them. So began the quest to cleanse the world. It didn't work. Instead of a healthier planet, we got a massive clean tech bubble. Solyandra in the most famous greenhouse, but most clean tech companies made similarly disastrous ends. More than 40 solar manufacturers went out of business or filed for bankruptcy in 2012 alone. The leading index of alternative energy companies show the bubble's dramatic deflation. RENIX Renewable Energy Industrial Index 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. Its highest 2000, 2009, 2011 to 12. Why did cleantech fail? Conservatives thinks they already know the answer. As soon as green energy became a priority for the government, it was poisoned. But they really were and still there. Uh, Good reasons for making energy of priority, and the truth about cleantech is more complex and more important than government failure. Most cleantech companies crashed because they neglected one or more of the seven questions that every business must answer. The engineering question: can you create breakthrough technology instead of incremental improvements? The timing question: is now the right time to start your particular business? The monopoly question: are you starting with a big share of a small market? The people question: do you have the right team? The distribution question: do you have a way to not just create but deliver your product? The durability question: will you market will your market position be defensible 10 and 20 years into the future? The secret question: have you identified a unique opportunity that others doesn't see? We have discussed these elements before. Whatever your industry, any great business plan must address every one of them. If you don't have good answers to these questions, you will run into lots of bad luck and your business will fail. If you nail all seven, you will master fortune and succeed. Even getting five or six correct might work, but the striking thing about the clean tech bubble was that people were starting companies with zero good answers, and that meant hoping for a miracle. It's hard to know exactly why any particular clean tech company failed, since almost all of them made several serious mistakes. But since any one of those mistakes is enough to doom your company, it's worth reviewing clean tech losing scorecard in more detail. The engineering question: a great technology company should have proprietary technology an order of magnitude and better than its nearest substitute. But clean tech companies rarely produced 2x, let alone 10x improvements. Sometimes their offerings were actually worse than the products they sought to replace. Solyndra developed novel cylindrical solar cells, but two of fast approximation cylindrical cells are only 1 by as efficient as is flat ones. They simply don't receive a much direct sunlight. The company tried to correct for this deficiency by using mirrors to reflect more sunlight to hit the bottoms of the panel, but it's hard to recover from a radically inferior starting point. Companies must strive for 10x better, because merely incremental improvements often end up meaning no improvements at all for the end users. Suppose you develop a new wind turbine that's 20% more efficient than any existing technology. When you test it in the laboratory, that sounds good at first, but the lab result won't begin to compensate for the expenses and risks faced by any new product in the real world. And even if your system really is 20% better on net for the customer who buys it, people are so used to exaggerate claims that you will be met with skepticism with when you try to sell it. Only when your product is 10x better can you offer the customer transparent superiority. Coming up next, the timing question.